In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a flash effect to your videos in Adobe Premiere Pro. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so here's our sequence in Premiere Pro. So what we need to do, we've got these two clips right here, okay? So this clip goes into this clip. What we need to do is if you go to the project panel and right click, go to new item, go down to adjustment layer, and then we will create an adjustment layer. Again, make sure that the video settings are the same as your timeline. So 1920 1080 HD by 25 frames is what my timeline is. Square pixels, so I press OK. And now it's created an adjustment layer. Now what we need to do is right click on the adjustment layer, go to speed duration, and the duration default is 5 seconds, as you can see here. What we're going to do is change that to 15 frames instead of 5 seconds. So 0, 1, 5. So that's now 15 frames in duration. Select OK. Now let's drag our adjustment layer onto the timeline in the position between the cuts. Okay. Now what you need to do is just position this adjustment layer in the center. So using this little bar here, you can zoom into the timeline and just make sure it's center aligned. What you can do is, if you're on a Mac, hold down Option and the directional pad to move, or the directional arrow, should I say, key on your keyboard to move your adjustment layer where you want it. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So now what we need to do is let's just move the playhead to the beginning of that adjustment layer. So that be that frame here. Okay, so with the adjustment layer now in position, what we need to do is go to the effects panel. We type in brightness, and you'll see under video effects, color correction, you've got an effect called brightness and contrast. So grab that effect and drag it onto your adjustment layer. Okay. Now with the adjustment layer selected, we're going to go over to the effects control panel. And under brightness and contrast, we're going to create a keyframe. So you're going to select this stopwatch icon, which is the toggle animation on both brightness and contrast to create a keyframe. Okay, so it's create a keyframe right at the beginning of that adjustment layer. Move the playhead to the center here, and then we're going to create another keyframe in the center. Okay, and we're going to move that up to 100 on the brightness and 100 on the contrast. Okay, now we go to the end of this layer right here. We're going to create another keyframe. Another way you can do it, instead of just pressing this little icon here, you can just type in 0, press enter, and it'll create another keyframe with those 0 parameters. Okay, so we've created our keyframes on our adjustment layer. So what we're going to do is take the playhead back to the timeline and press play to see our transition. Check out this video on how to add a LumaFade transition to your video edits in Adobe Premiere Pro, or check out this video you might enjoy as well. Until next time, this has been Aston Regis, helping you tell your story through video. Peace.